Hello everyone. As you may have already know that what topics we are going to discuss today. It is going to be very simple. It is going to be very we are going to be very in detail as well, and we will try to go to depth as much as possible, and focusing on the main topic, that is FSAI. We are going to learn about its genesis and its evolutions, means how it originates and what are the changes it have gone through, right? First thing first, what we have to understand is what is FSSAI. As we all know that it is all about, what is this? It is actually Food Safety Standards and Authority of India, right? But what is this? What is FSSAI? To be very simple, we can say it is all about, like FSSAI is one authority who make rules, regulations, who sets standards, like standards, in fact, like food standards, food should be like that, food should not be like that, food should have this type of additives, food should not be that type, food should not have these additives, FSAI, they set guidelines for accreditation, these type of things, or these type of works actually are made by FSAI. To be very simple as that, right? We will learn all these things in details, what are its roles, responsibilities, functions. We will all learn about it in detail in the after a few minutes, we'll all be learning all those things. But first of all, let's try to understand some of the, important points, or say important concepts about FSAI. First thing first, who is the parents agency? Yeah, so who is the parents agency? What do I mean by parents agency is actually like this. Who is the head, or say who is the administrative ministry of FSSAI? Who? Very simple, it is Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Okay, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare is the administrative ministry or the parents agency of FSSAI. Simple. Okay, and where is the headquarter of FSSAI? Everyone knows it. Okay, everyone know it. It is in New Delhi, right? And it is established under what? Established under which act? FSS Act, FSS Act 2006. Okay, everyone knows it. Simple as that. Okay, so what have I mentioned here? Parents agency is Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, headquarters in New Delhi, and established under FSS Act 2006. Simple as that. There is nothing you should know. Okay, there is nothing you should give your focus on. It is very simple and everyone knows it. I assume it. Okay, so as we will be learning about all about genesis and evolutions, let's start with history of FSSAI. Okay, let's start with history of FSSAI. Okay, okay. Yes. So first thing first, FSI. Who established FSI is actually who was that? He is Dr. Albumen. Okay, Ramados. Okay, Dr. Albumen Ramados. He established FSAI. In fact, who is Dr. Albumen Ramados? He is actually, he is a former Union minister. Okay, who is Albumen Ramados? He is a former Union minister. Okay, and this FSAI is established on, okay, 5th August 2011. Okay, this FSAI is established on 5th August 2011. Many students, they got confused over here, like what is 2008, some place it is written 2008, some place it is written 2011. My dear, let me clarify your doubts over here. It's something like this. FSAI actually got established on 2008, but it started working effectively on 2011. Simple as that. Established on 2008, but worked effectively from 2011. I hope this is clear. Okay, okay. Now, what actually FSAI actually have is that it is having one chairperson. Okay, one chairperson, and along with it, it is having 22 members. Okay, FSAI have one chairperson and 22 members. FSI consists of. Okay, simple as that. Okay, we will learn now about what all about, like, the powers, or say responsibilities. Okay, responsibilities, responsibilities, and or you can say the role of FSAI. Okay, these are actually the same. Okay, powers, responsibilities, and you can say role all actually are same. Okay, so we will be learning here. Oh, okay. So what are the powers and responsibilities, or say the role of FSAI? Uh, as I have already told you, they actually make rules, or say they frame regulations. Okay, they make rules, or they can actually make regulations. And actually, I also have said that they set accreditation guidelines. In fact, yeah, accreditation guidelines means, like, you can say laboratory accreditation guidelines. What actually I do, what I mean by it, this is very simple. Like, if a laboratory is to be approved, okay, if any laboratory is to be approved for food testing, they should have some specifications. They should have some characteristics. The laboratory should possess some of the qualities, or say some of the guidelines that it should follow for getting approved for food testing. Now this is called guidelines. Okay, and this is called accreditation. Approve is some sort of like accreditation. Okay, so if to this see if any laboratory is to be approved, or say if any laboratory is to be accredited, they should follow some guidelines, or they should follow some rules. And these guidelines are actually made by whom? FSSAI. So this is one role of FSSAI, one regulation responsibilities, or say one powers of FSSAI. Okay, they can actually make these guidelines. Simple as that. Okay, and they also give advice. In fact, like, scientific advice and technical support are given by this FSAI. What? Scientific advice and technical support are given by FSAI to central governments. Simple as that, right? And not only that, they also collect data. Okay, data. What type of data does they collect? They collect data on, like, on consumption, contamination, and risk. See, why do they collect this type of data is basically because, they want to evaluate, okay, that what are the consumers consuming, what are the health hazard that can actually happen to the consumers, or say what are the improvements that can be done for the consumers in terms of their health, nutrition. So this type of data actually are being collected for that reason. Okay, everything has its own reason. So this is some of the reason because of which FSSAI collect data on contamination, risks, and consumption. Simple as that, right? Last but not the least, okay, they share information. Share information in a sense, like, they will give, like, they will do, like, awareness campaign. Like, they will go here and there, and they will start sharing informations to public, the need for healthy food, the need for maintaining health, the need for eating, or say, yeah, eating healthy diet. This type of awareness campaign, or say sharing of informations, are being done by FSCI. Okay, this is very simple. I hope everyone can understand as what I'm explaining right now, because I'm trying my best to explain it in the most easiest way. Okay, so now what we are going to study is the Genesis. Genesis, you can say the origin, how FSI come into play. Okay, how FSI come into play. Okay, okay. So first thing first, we will try to understand how it originated. Okay, like, you can, as I've already told you, FSAI is actually established. Excuse me. FSSAI is established uh, okay, FSSAI is established on 2008. FSSAI is actually established on 2008, but the effective work, or say the work, began on 2011. Simple as that. You have to know this one. And we know headquarters in New Delhi. I think there's nothing to much, but actually one thing that you have to know about this office is that under the act, okay, under FSA Act, what actually it says is that the headquarters should be actually in Delhi. Okay, the headquarters should be actually in New Delhi. It is mentioned under FSS Act, but the regional offices can be in any places of the country. Okay, the regional offices, though we have six regional offices, and these six regional offices can be in any places, or say any regions of the country. Okay, six we have regional offices. Okay, so these six regional offices are in, like, Delhi, Guwahati, Mumbai, Kolkata, Cochin, and Chennai. Okay, we have six regional offices in these states, and we have 16 say 14 referral laboratories. Okay, 16 say 14 referral laboratories. What actually we mean over here by referral is something like approval. Okay, something as laboratories that are being approved, and we call it as referral laboratories. Okay, and we have 72 state, or say UT laboratories. Okay, laboratories. Okay. Yeah. So what many students actually got confused. Sir, what is this UT? What is this UT? So this UT is it means Union Territories. Means including all the state and union territories, there are 72 laboratories. Okay, there are 72 laboratories, and there are 112 private laboratories. Okay, there are 112 private laboratories. Means these are the laboratories that are actually accredited by NABL. So what is NABL? NABL is, okay, should yeah, I can write here, I think. uh yeah, so NABL, what is this? It is actually National Accreditation Board for Testing and Calibration Laboratories. NABL actually accredited these 112 private laboratories. Okay, so what is NABL? NABL is uh, National Accreditation Board for Testing and Calibration Laboratories. Simple as that. Okay, there's nothing much to understand over here. I hope you all understand what is this, right? Okay. So talking about a governing structure, what actually we have is something like this. Say this governing structure of FSSAI actually can be, divided into two. Okay, one is a food standards, and one other is compliance inspection. But before knowing what is a food standards, what are compliance inspection, we have to know something, and that is in food authority, one third members are actually women. Okay, one third of the members should be women in food authority. And in this food authority, we have one chairperson and 22 members. What do we have? We have one chairperson and 22 members in food authority. Okay, and this food authority can actually be divided into, or say, yeah, classified into two. One is food standards, and the other is actually compliance inspection. Coming to food standards, what is food standards? Actually, see this type of food standards, that food should be that, food should be like that, food should not be like that. Like, what are the qualities of the food, what are the additives, or say what are the limits of the additives. This all actually is comes under food standards. Okay, and these food standards are being, like, looked after by, you can say, a chairperson, uh, panel. Okay, 17 scientific panel plus 6 independent member plus chairperson, they actually all look after these food standards. Okay, they look, or say they take care of these food standards. And what is this compliance inspection? Okay, what is this food compliance inspection is something like that. What is compliance? First of all, we have to know compliance means, you can say, like they take care of whether the rules and regulations are being strictly followed or not. Okay, there's a person who is following the rules, but there should also be someone who actually is observing that whether all the rules and regulations are being followed or not. Okay, there are teachers to teach in the school, but there should be someone who will look after those teachers, whether those teachers are actually teaching properly or not, and that is principal. Something like this, right? So there are many officials that are actually working for food standards, but there should be someone who actually will look after the person who will look after the standard, say who will look after those members who are actually working for the food standards, right? And that is called compliance and inspection. Okay, they will do inspection, and their work is actually for compliance and inspection, right? So in center we have central advisory committee for this one, for this job. Okay, and in the state we have state level steering committee. Okay, and in district we have uh, district, okay, level advisory committee. Okay, simple as that, right? So this central will look after central advisory committee will look in center, and state will look up in state, and district level advisory committee will look in the state. Okay, simple as that. I think there's nothing much to actually understand over here, right? Okay, uh yeah, so one thing that I forgot is like this FSAI. This FSAI is actually a compilation of many eggs and orders. Okay, FSSAI is actually a compilation of many eggs and orders. Now, what are those eggs and orders? You have to know it. Actually, what happened was something like this. Okay, um, this FSAI, it is a, you can say, compilation of all those, like prevention of food adulteration Act 1954, food products order 1955, meat food products order 1973, vegetable oil products control order 1947, edible oil packaging regulations order 1998, milk and milk products order 1992, essential commodities Act 1955, and a solvent extraction oil, the oil mill, and edible flour control order 1967. What have actually happened was that all these acts and orders actually are being removed, or say are being compiled into FSSAI. When FSSX, or say when FSSX 2006 comes into being. Okay, so what actually happened was that all these acts and orders are being removed after FSSX comes into play, or say comes into role. Okay, and in 2008 FSSAI are being launched in place of all these acts and orders. Okay, in place of all these acts and orders, FSSAI are being launched on 2008. Simple as that. Okay, I hope you're understanding what I mean. So this was the storyline behind, and FSAI actually started working effectively on when FSSAI started working effectively from 2011. Okay, simple as that. And one thing that I want to mention is all about FSI and its 11 divisions. Okay, there are 11 divisions of FSSAI, and they're like standard division, regulations and codex division, regulatory compliance and surveillance division, quality assurance, human resources, vigilance and training division, finance division, import division, risk assessment and R&D division, food safety management division, general administration division, and legal division. It's nothing much to remember over here. You remember that there are 11 divisions that FSI works through. Simple as that. I think this is enough for today. Uh, so that's all for today, and I hope that all of you have understood what I mean to say, and I have tried my best to explain it in a very detail, as I mean in almost all the details that I can, if that was possible. I have tried to explain to you all. And if you are interested to participate in the mock this series, please let me know. All the links, all my WhatsApp numbers, my Telegram, official Telegram links will be available in the description below. You can comment if you have any questions. You can text me. You can ask me any doubts if you have, and I will be bringing up many more videos in the future. And yeah, that's all for today. And I believe you all are well, and I wish you all the best for your upcoming, or say for your future. Thank you and have a nice day.